I'm down in Port Erin talking to the wife of a gentleman who's in Southlands, and as you know, the media has been hit with the news today. Well, in fact, it didn't come to the media, it went straight to relatives and people concerned. This letter and a meeting that was by Kath Hayhoe, the Assistant Director of Adult Social Care for the Department of Social Care. And Janice, you were called, tell us about what exactly went on. You went called to a meeting at Southlands.
Yeah, we were telephoned on Monday at about 5 o'clock from a meeting from, oh dear, I'm trying to think of the lady's name. It's gone at the moment, by the manager of the EMI units. She rang and said, would you come to a meeting at 3:30 on Wednesday, the 22nd? And I said, why? You know, because, yeah. And she said, it's over staffing levels. So I thought, well, really, what's that to do with me? I'm a relative, not a manager and organising staff. So yesterday I went to the meeting at 3:30. The majority of the relatives were there, of the other patients, and we were all sat round a large table in the dining room, and there was this lady, Kath Hayhoe, who was there, Adrian Tompkinson, and I can't think of this lady's name. And she was there, the manager of the units, also the manager of Timina was there, and also our deputy manager of Gansey Unit was there.
And what exactly did they say to you?
They said that they had no choice but to close Gansey Unit because they did not have the staff to man it, and it was going to be done next Tuesday for health and safety reasons. And
this letter goes on to say that they've had quite large sickness levels amongst the staff.
They have had sickness levels. The manager of the unit has been off since, I think, the end of January, so it's long-term sick. There are 2 other members of staff. One I know has been off for nearly 3 months. One has been off for 1 month. These are both state-registered nurses. There are now 2 carers who are on maternity leave, but I knew they were pregnant at the beginning of the year, so I'm sure that the other staff there, the managers knew.
But this has come out as a bolt from the blue.
It's absolute bolt from the blue. We had no idea this was about to happen.
What does it mean for you then? What will it change your life?
It's not personally me. Obviously, it's going to make. I go and visit David every day, so now I pop down morning, afternoon, evening, whenever I go down. Now I've got to make a trip to Douglas, so it's going to be another hour out of my visiting time because I've got to get there.
They say they're only closing it though for what, a month, 6 weeks, something like that?
Till they get staff. But we heard from one of the other members of staff that it might be up to 3 months. Any change for these residents is so disturbing. You know, they just don't. I think we were trying to be told yesterday that it wouldn't really affect them, but I know my husband gets very, very agitated if anything changes. He just doesn't know what he's doing. He's got a rare form of disease, dementia called Pick's disease. It's not well known. He can't talk, he can't walk. He has difficulty feeding himself, but he'll eat anything that is in front of him. It doesn't mean food. He eats his jumpers, he eats his bedclothes, he eats the newspapers. So he has to be watched all the time. And I'm just worried that he's going down there. All right, they said they're taking some staff with them, but they don't know David. David has never been anywhere else except at home or in Gansey Unit. He's never been anywhere else except when he had to stay in hospital. And I just feel that this is going to really, sort of send his condition downhill. It's deteriorating quite rapidly at the moment as it is. So I don't want it, deteriorating any.